Thanks for stopping by New York's Beer Reviews. Today we're going back to an old beer, one of my favorites, Alai, baby, from Cigar City Brewing Company in Tampa, Florida. They're located. You all know I love this beer. It was like the third time I reviewed it, but it's a really good beer, and why not review it again? It's a really good beer. It's brewed with 6 hop varieties. Pretty chill. I'll keep these beers out on my terrace. See if I get a center head pour. Canned on date on the bottle, 11/05/2019. So not too old. Only 2 months. Got about a 3-finger of a head on that beer. Sorry for the background noise. My mom is in the kitchen right now, even though she said she wasn't going to interrupt. And so anyway, into the light. Very hazy tangerine appearance. Smells like a delicious IPA. It is 7.5% alcohol by volume, 65 IBUs. On the nose, you get exactly what you'd expect. Citrus, tiny bit of malt characteristics, but mainly in the orange, mainly in the citrus realm of hops. And it doesn't disappoint on the flavor. Very nice sweetness, though. This IPA is almost a balance. To me, it's almost not in between, but like it has elements of a West Coast and an East Coast style. It has some of the more maltier characteristics that a West Coast style will have, but it also has the hazy, juicy flavor that a East Coast style has. And I'm not the only one who thinks this. Beer Advocate gives it 95, which is world class. Rate Beer gives it a 99 out of 100. Let's see some interesting facts about this beer. Did you know that Alai, a game native to the Basque region of Spain, is played on a court called a fronton? Highlight a player's attempt to catch a ball using a curved mitt whilst the ball travels at speeds up to 188 miles per hour. Holy shit. Proving they have a sense of humor, the Spanish dubbed this game, with its ball traveling at race car speeds, the Merry Game. Tampa was once home to a busting Alai fronton, but sadly all that remains of Alai in the Tampa Bay area is this India Pale Ale that we brewed in tribute to the Merry Game. The India Pale Ale style of beer has its roots in the ale sent from England to the thirsty British troops in India during the 18th century. Pair Alai India Pale Ale with beef, empanadas, deviled crabs, and other spicy dishes. So, right up front, sweetness, a little honey possibly, a little malty sweetener with an overlying citrus flavor there. Now it's very well balanced. It just tastes like an IPA. A little nice bitterness on the back end, very good. Beautiful lacing on the glass. Here's how I determine if it's good lacing on the glass. If the lacing on the glass looks like a black metal band name, you know you have decent lacing. Look up what I mean by when I say, for some of my subscribers don't know typically what black metal is. You probably won't understand what I mean by that. So just look up black metal band names on Google Images, and you will definitely know what I mean when I say that this should, if it looks like a black metal band name, it left good lacing on the glass. Now it's not too hoppy. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's only like 60. There's beers that are a lot more IBUs than this, but at 7.5%, it's gonna have a little bit more malt quality in it. And even so, I didn't. This is the first time I found out that it was brewed for a game. It says even on the can, the merry game of High Life. I probably even read this last time. I just don't remember. The merry game of High Life provides inspiration for the citrus-forward India Pale Ale with notes of clementine, orange peel, caramel malt. Yeah, creating an IPA that's both bold and of course, man. Like the hops, you get the orange peel, you get the clementine. Hint of the grapefruit. Now, don't get me wrong. This isn't like those IPAs that I had. Like I had the Captain Daughter. Like look up my Captain Daughter. That's completely East Coast style with the hazy yellow appearance. A lot of IPA. This is more like I said. This is an in between one, which I like. I'm not big into West Coast style IPAs. I'm just not for that whole malt forward but still bitterness IPA style. Like Goose Island, I don't really like that much. Um, One of my favorites was Legacy IPA, or I have not been able to get a fresh can, bottle, or tap of that in years. Every time I buy them, the only place that had them was my local beer distributor, the Legacy IPA by Saranac. My beer distributor had them, but they were just like over a year old, and like, what's the point? Because I live in a neighborhood where, let's just say, most when it comes to at least beer, most people are conservative and tend to buy Budweiser and Coors Light. Not that's a bad thing. I love all that stuff. I have good respect with all that stuff, but like, no one here really buys that. So most of the stores either they get it and it sits on the shelf for a while, or they just don't buy it at all. Not everyone could be like Jay, who likes everything. And you know pretty much about all those beers, like Old Milwaukee. I can't find it. I can't find that anywhere here, man. Uh, have you, Jay? Have you ever had a game day ice? Just let me know. And if you have, I've probably seen a review of yours if you have, but I just don't remember. Uh, if you have, let me know what you think about it in the comment section if you can. Um, but beautiful lacing, man. Beautiful, beautiful lacing. I never get disappointed with this beer. Granted, from what I remember, it was a lot more citrusy than I remember, but then again, my palate has changed so much. And this still lives up to the name I think it is, the Cigar City Highlight. When it comes to IPAs that I really love, this is one of them. But this is this is a little bit more malter than I am looking for, but it's still good, and I still can drink it, and I still will like it. Because now, like, the Captain Daughters one, I wish I could get that one again. That was a magnificent IPA. You get pineapples, you get oranges, you get clementines, you get mango, you get all those citrus fruits in that. Produced from Citra hops, Centennial hops, Cascade hops, all those, tropical, well, not, well, citrus flavored hops that give it more citrus aromas. Again. But make sure you drink this one fresh, though, because I can tell that if this beer was left on the shelf and you bought it, and it wasn't as fresh, like there's another one that I saw today in the same supermarket that was canned in June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January. That's 7 months. It's probably a malt bomb by now. I should do that. You know what? My next review, I mean, I don't want to give too much on Highlight, but my next review, I should buy one of those and compare it, do a side-by-side with one of those. Look at that. Like how beautiful this is. It's like It's like a snowstorm almost. Very calm, black metalish. Although those two things kind of don't have anything in common. Although some black metal could be pretty calm. Some underground black metal, as if black metal wasn't already underground. But the head retention is really lovely. Lovely bronze. This is basically, you know what this is? It's honey color. That's exactly what it is. It's honey color because it looks just like honey. Nice malt sweetness, but not too much. Got the citrus. It's just a well-rounded beer, in my opinion. This is better than the Fresh Hop Celebration. Sierra Nevada is, I have great respect for them, but they have, I don't want to say they've fallen off the wagon in my sense. Obviously, that's not true. They produce great beers. It's just a lot of their beers tend to fall more to the West Coast style of brewing, at least for their IPAs. And you all know I love a good hop bomb. I love those IPAs that look like orange juice that are like yellow and it's like a hop bomb. I love hops. Um, when I brew, I make hop bombs. But don't get me wrong, I like this stuff too. It's just I feel like, and I probably am wrong. I feel like those are also lighter, but also, I mean, I don't want to say better for you because beer's not that good for you to begin with. One beer a day is not that bad, but I feel like those are less gonna fill you up. You know, I feel like there's less malt in there to fill you up. There's more hops. Um, so yeah, that's what I have to say in general about IPAs. But I don't want this review to go on too long. But I do get a little comfortable talking in front of the camera. Um, but I don't want to have like 20 or 30-minute beer reviews. Like I love Greg. I love watching his beer reviews. Even though I've never had half the beers that he's ever had. He buys some beers that I've never even heard before. um, and like some of his reviews go on for 30 minutes. Like, you open the beer, you pour it, you explain the color, the head, smell, taste, and some other stuff on the side, maybe about your life, for your personal life, about your fans. And in case you haven't noticed, this is my living room, folks. Parents are sleeping. My dad got really drunk earlier and was so obnoxious. He was like in this room, Father Poznansky. But it's okay. We all have those moments. So yeah, this is the New York abode, Poznansky's abode. Wall unit there. That's where all my other stuff is done. Usually you'll see me over there. We got there, and then there's the hallway behind that pillar. Computer. Let's go back around. And there's me. Yeah, over there's my room behind that pillar. The first actually door on the left. My room. But anyway, enough with this review. It is well rounded for what it is. I'll give it the 9. The only thing that can make it a 10 was if it was more juicier. And I've had beers that are more juicier, but this is an excellent beer. Final chug, I think. Is that a final chug? Or it's a little illusion. I don't know if that's a little bit or a lot. Second and final chug. And this is interesting. I have nothing in my stomach right now because I did jiu-jitsu today, so I burned all of it. Speaking of which, I didn't blow up my back. Some dude contorted my back. He got my back and he just like pulled. I'm like, dude, tap. Good for you, bro. It's 7.5 and I'm not drunk. Not drunk at all. I feel a little tip, very little bit, but nothing more. So if you had this beer before, guys, let me know what you think about it. I enjoy this beer. The lacing is going away, but hey, it stuck around for a while, so I want to say Prost to my German friends, L'chaim to my Jewish friends, Chandeng, Gentane or Salud to my Italian friends. And cheers.